Hillbilly Half Acre Homestead. Yeah, it's jacket weather here in northeast Arkansas. It took a little while, but yeah, it's cooling off. We starting to think we weren't going to have much of a. We thought maybe we were going to go from summer straight to fall this year, or straight to winter. I mean, just want to give you a little update. It is December 1st, 2016, and we've got some babies that were born, I think, but not big enough for us to pull them out of the nest box and show you in our November update. And so what I'm going to do, that or they were just tiny. Anyway, I'm going to show you the progress we've made since we came to you last. I know these rabbits, I know every time I do a video you'll notice that they get moved around and what have you. And that's not my preferred way of doing things, but unfortunately all of our cages, I don't have nest boxes on them yet, so we kind of, a couple of weeks before they're due, we kind of rotate the next doe that's due to kindle into a cage section on that side that's got a nest box. Now I've got 2 nest boxes made right there, I just haven't put them on, and I've got the wire to make a bunch more, but it just hasn't happened yet. Anyway, I'm going to show you, we're going to start, this is Serenity. Now Serenity used to be on the other side of the building down on the very end, okay, and Serenity has produced a litter of 5. This is her first litter. Serenity's done very well. She kindled a litter of 5, and she raised a litter of 5, okay, and we'll just show you some, we'll just show you a couple that's, Serenity, and this litter was sired by our own blacksmith, or Smitty, as you're used to hearing me call him. Anyway, Serenity, being a broken, threw 3 broken babies out of the 5. Here's a little black. Pretty nice. Her nose marking's broken just a little bit there in the center. No big deal. As far as show goes, I'm not sure exactly how that affects them in a mini Rex. It doesn't affect them much at all if any at all, in a New Zealand. But I'm not sure what difference it makes in mini Rex. But just a cute little critter. I don't think I've sexed these little guys yet, so I don't know which is which. These are 2 little broken chocolate otters, but they're gonna be somebody's pet. As you can see, neither one of these little guys or gals, whichever the case may be, has a nose marking, and that is indeed a disqualification. I don't think just a mini Rex breed. I think that's in any breed. They have to have a nose marking. In the New Zealand's, they don't have to have a complete nose marking. Why are you licking my hand? I thought you were going to nibble on it there for a second. But, so these guys, these will be somebody's pet. I don't know if I was raising broken, going to raise brokens. I don't think I would even use them as a breeder, but, that would be up to somebody and what their purpose for, trying to keep them was. Here we are. This is a little chocolate and a little black. Both of them are, let's see, that's a self or a solid chocolate. And we got a self black, okay. And again, I'm not sure what gender these are. I'm not sure what's up with this fur. I think they may be chewing on each other or something. Not real sure. Well, I smoothed it down. That doesn't look quite so bad. Anyway, little black, little chocolate, just cute little rascals. They're about 3 weeks old, give or take, between 3 and 4 weeks old. We had some other does that we're going to be needing to start working on a nest for their litters, and so we went ahead and moved these gals and Serenity. This is Serenity. I'm not sure when I last gave you a good look at her, but this is Serenity. She's raising a litter of 5. She seems to be doing a good job. She's holding her weight well. Somebody nibbled on her ear. I'm not sure. She didn't have a neighbor over here on one side or the other that might have tried to fight through the wire a little bit.
I think it was Squirrely. Squirrely wasn't too happy when I first put her in over here.
Hey, cut it out. Guys, you know how much that stuff costs? Alright, now, right here, this is Iris. Come here, baby. Let me see you. Come here, baby. Oh my goodness, I'm supposed to put my hand. She's so full. Yeah, I got you. There we go. she was so full I hated to put my hand up under there and pick her up. Afraid that might hurt her. This is Iris. And this too is her first litter. She gave birth to a litter of 2, and they are sired by Bumpin' Trails Blueberry. I think it's been a couple of videos, but you've been introduced to him. And he sired these 2 little rascals. Oops, get back in there, baby. Iris had, like I said, a litter of 2, and they both ended up being bucks. But they are just beautiful. These two little guys, believe it or not, are actually a day younger than Serenity's. Iris had her babies the day after Serenity had hers, and these guys, I'm talking 3 weeks, and these guys are just massive. But they are, look at these feet. Look at the feet. Look at the bone structure on these guys. They're just big boned. They're just gonna be massive. This guy looks like a little, well, they look like little tanks. This little guy had some friends, family come by and pick up a doe kit that was out of Sangria and Romeo. They had her on hold, and they came to pick her up, and when they were here, they just fell in love with this little guy, and so they've got him on hold as well. Stay in there. Stay in there. A couple of days ago, I left this door pinned up like that. It was just for a couple of hours because I was out here just slightly before dark. But I came back out here, it was probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And I had one of the little broken chocolates and the little black running around out here. George was taking care of them. You know, he kind of claims this building, what there is of it, as his. He won't let Fred come over here. He keeps him run out. But he was taking care of them 2 little bunnies when I come out here. One of them, the little chocolate one, run right up and jumped on my foot. And I just reached down and picked him up. Now the other little black one, I had to corner him and kind of put my hat over him so I could catch him, get a hold of him, because he was acting a little wild. But we got him back in there, and thank goodness nothing came along that was hungry and got a hold of him before we caught him. But this is, like I said, this is Blueberry. This is Blueberry's little. This is a spitting image of Blueberry. He looks just like this. His face markings and what have you are almost identical to this. And he is just a massive, beautiful little guy. And of course the other one is just a solid blue. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is this little guy here, I'm thinking about maybe, of course we're going to keep an eye on him. I can't tell anything for certain at this age. But we're going to keep an eye on him and just see how he grows out. And he might become a part of our breeding program. Very impressed. Love the bone structure and what have you. They've got smaller ears than what I've been getting from some of my other Mini Rex kits, which I don't have any. The other Mini Rex, the ear length isn't enough to disqualify them, but I like these guys. They're having that. They're growing in nice short ears, compact, and we'll just see. Now, if you might have noticed over my shoulder, I told you Iris had a litter of 2. You might have noticed over my shoulder that there's more than 2 in there. So what's going on here? Well, pick up this one. This one feels like a feather compared to picking up those other guys. I don't know if you see a family resemblance. Let's see. Do we see a family resemblance here? Squirrely Girl gave birth, and these guys are, well, they're about 4 days younger than the other 2. What? Get in there. They're about 4 days younger than the other 2 that Iris has. In other words, her kids were 4 days old when these other guys were born. But Squirrely Girl, let's see if I can remember what happened with her. She had 4 kits. Two of them was on the wire, and they didn't make it. And the other 2 were actually in the nest box. But so Dana found it and warmed it up. And found the other baby and warmed it up. So these 2 are actually offspring of our own Pepper, our little black Netherland dwarf buck, and Squirrely Girl. And this, again, these guys are a little small. I haven't tried to determine gender on them yet. But this one, look here, that's just a spitting image of Mama. And evidently, Squirrely Girl, something that we can learn about her genetics is she carries the dilution gene. Because we already knew Pepper did, because he sired many blue babies with Pearl. And evidently Squirrely Girl carries the dilution gene as well, because that's the only way you're going to get a blue bunny out of a chestnut bunny and a black bunny, is they both have to be carrying that gene. And this little rascal just lucked out and got a copy of it from both. Look at this head. Look at that pretty little blocky head and them short little ears. They're just so pretty. Like I said, I don't know male or female. But in the Netherland dwarfs, a female Netherland dwarf, if I'm not going to keep it for my own purposes, a female Netherland dwarf doesn't usually stick around here very long. But that is Serenity and Iris and their litters. And Iris has done an excellent job. She's raised not only her two, but her first time being a mama, and she actually accepted and took care of 2 foster babies, and they're all doing very, very well.
And they're all pigging out in the food bowl.
Yeah, there's 2 food bowls, but they all want to eat out of the same one at the same time. Makes perfect sense to me. Okay, we can swing around here. We're going to stop the camera for a second and reposition, and Dana and I will, and the camera will trade places. And we got something else to show you.